Flosstube, I'm Pam. Welcome to my channel, Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. Today is March, and it's a Wednesday, and I believe it's the 23rd, and this is Flosstube number 63. This is a channel where I talk about cross stitch and life updates and what's happening in my backyard bird feeder and shop updates at my cross stitch shop, Stitch New England. And I'm super rambly. I don't always stay on topic. I try. My brain is very squirrely. And so if that's not for you, there are lots of Flosstube channels out there where you can watch somebody who stays on topic. But if you like a rambly mess every week, this is the channel for you. And if you're finding me for the first time, welcome, welcome. I hope that you like my ramblings and you stay a while. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you. Thank you for coming back. I truly appreciate you. There's a little bakery down the street from, well, I guess it's a cafe. There's a little cafe called Whisk and Paddle, which is super cute, down the street from my shop. And they have a London fog. It's fantastic. See, I've already gone squirrels. All the squirrels. Okay. Some old business. In my last video where I talked about my trip to the Nashville Needlework Market, I mentioned right off the bat that there were elevators of doom, and then I didn't talk about them. So I'm just gonna quickly explain the elevator situation before we move on, or I'm gonna forget. Sorry, my eyes are so watery this morning. That's a different side story. On topic, elevators of doom. All right, I don't like elevators to begin with. They make me anxious. Honestly, they make me a little like motion sick. At the Embassy Suites in Franklin, Tennessee, they have 3 elevators, and they're the kind where the portion that you can see out in the courtyard is glass. So like you can stand in the elevator and see what's happening out there. I don't know what's worse, being confined into a space that's going up and down and you don't know what's happening, or seeing the floors fly by you. I don't know. We were up on the 8th floor. First of all, one elevator didn't work the whole time. So now you've got a whole bunch of people trying to squish onto 2 elevators all weekend long. And I'm 90% sure we were overcapacitating them, which had me anxious. We're all squishing in, and then they think that they need to go from floor to floor in like 2.5 seconds. It's so fast. And then if you're on the 8th floor and you somehow luck out and don't stop on every floor and go all the way down to the 1st in one shot, you have to like hold on for dear life. Elevators of doom. If we were not on the 8th floor, I would have used the stairs all the time. As it is, we mostly use the stairs if we were going down a couple floors, even going up a floor. But I mean, you can't go from the 8th to the 1st, or from the 1st to the 8th anyway. I hated those elevators. Doom, doom, I say. Okay, moving on. What did I stitch on this week? We'll jump into stitching. I don't have a whole lot going on in the land of life updates. We'll do a bird update after the stitching. I stitched on 3 things. I am still stitching. I have a project that I work on anytime I have a chance. Oh my goodness. Thought we were gonna have a moment there with my project bag. On Wednesday evenings, we have stitching group at the shop, and on the 1st and 3rd Saturdays, I don't always get to stitch on Saturdays, but I do every Wednesday night. And I am working on Big Hearted Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. I can't remember what I'm doing it on. I'm 90% sure it's 28 count. I'm pretty sure it's Dirty Teacup by Needle and Flax. And I made some good progress between last Wednesday and Saturday. Actually, it's not good progress. Where did I get done? Oh, I finished this house. I don't remember if you saw it finished last time. I have a little fence in there. And then that's gonna be a mailbox. It says post on it, but I'm saving all the like back stitches and long stitches and stuff, straight stitches till the end. And then I started something up here. Not sure what that's gonna be. Oh, it's a heart. I started this heart. So I'm moving right along. I'm like, what did I miss? I didn't stitch that. It's a button. The chart comes with the little heart buttons. So, I mean, I think I'm a third done. If I'm like up to here, that feels like a third. Roughly. It's such a fun stitch. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with it. I might take it with me. I should probably say this now. The store is not going to be open on next Tuesday. I don't know what the date is. If today is the 23rd, Thursday is the 24th, 25th, the 29th? Whatever Tuesday of next week is, the shop will be closed. My husband and I are traveling. We are flying down to Florida and there goes the heat. Driving my in-laws' car back up from Florida to Rhode Island. So the shop will be open on Saturday, so normal hours this week, but then it is closed on Tuesday. You can still place online orders, just know that I will not be getting to any shipping that happens between probably Saturday afternoon and through Tuesday until probably Thursday morning, because it depends on when I get to the shop on Wednesday. Shipping might happen on Wednesday, but it might happen on Thursday. So just know if you place online orders over the weekend, there may be delayed shipping. But anyway, I'm saying this all of this to say I might take this with me, because I feel like it would be easy airplane stitching and easy hotel night shipping. Did I say shipping? Stitching. We are two-nighting it back from Florida. You know, back in our young days, in our 20s and 30s, we have driven straight through from Orlando. We're actually driving from Fort Myers, but Orlando to Rhode Island, we've driven it all in one shot, but we're too old for that now. So usually we one-night it, like overnight somewhere, but I think we're gonna two-night it. Just driving from Fort Myers, Florida is a long state. I wanna be kind of mostly out of Florida you don't care. Okay, let's move on. What else did I stitch? I am currently stitching this year. This is my third year doing a daily temperature stitch along. I am doing the Temperature Library 2 by Christie's Corner. I am using the temperature key though that I used last year for Stitchin' Mommy's Temperature Tree. And here is where we are at. So I don't remember if you saw the rainbow last time, but I'm loving the rainbow. And you're not, I'm sure, gonna be able to tell, but the pot of gold, the gold is sparkly. I like to pop in a little sparkle wherever I can. And March has been very green and blue with a little bit of yellow. And I'm almost done with the April shelf. So that's where we're at. It's so good. These two books here will have, they almost look like the same color. They're not, they're slightly different greens. I'm kind of really liking how the May shelf is shaping up. Is that the word I want? I don't know. This is being stitched on 16 count white Aida. All right, I need a little more fog. Did I already tell you about my London fog? There's a little cafe down the street from the shop, and they have a drink called the London Fog, which is Earl Grey tea with like steamed milk. It's fantastic. And it's warm and it's tasty. If you are local to me and you have not stopped in the Whisk and Paddle, it is an adorable little cafe. I had a cinnamon stick this morning too. It's good stuff. Okay. And now, because brain mush doesn't remember anything, I can't remember if I've showed this yet or not, but I did a new start. This was supposed to be my spring start. And I started it early because I felt like I needed a reward for getting through market. So I started Peacock, Unicorn, and a Badger. I am stitching it on 40 count, I think it's Summer Khaki by Swigart. It's just a Swigart color. And I'm stitching it in the DMC, not the silks. It's such a fun palette though. Like, I love all those colors. It's so good. I did get a whole box of the green backgrounds because the green, this isn't green fabric if you're seeing this for the first time. It's not a new chart. I think it got released in like 2017. So, I mean, it's made the Flosstube rounds, but the green background is not fabric. It's all stitched. So this is my full coverage piece that I promised Dawn Marie from DM's Crafty Vortex that I would start this year. And here, I'm so excited about this. It's the focus project for the end of March. And if you're finding me for the first time, I'm doing 2 10-day focus projects a month. So this was focus project number 2. I only have 1 day left on it, and I might continue to keep stitching. I also might take this on the trip with me, even though it's 40 count and I don't like to travel with 40 count. It's a lot of outline and fill in. So I'm trying to save some like fill in areas if I decide to take it with me. Anyway, you want to see it. Here it is. My plan of attack, because I stitch in hand and I hold my stitches against me, I didn't want to like go down too far. I like to stitch top down. So the whole top row is done. There is a line of border that goes across the top that I haven't gotten in yet because I needed to steal a skein of DMC from the shop. Because I mean, you think you have every DMC that you could possibly have at home. And then when you start a new project, you realize like you don't have 6 and you have to get them. And it's so annoying. But anyway, it's so good. So we have like some swirly sky stuff going on. And I got the sun done. I did make a change to the sun. The sun is supposed to have, let me see if we can get him close in here. He's supposed to have like a red mouth. And this is supposed to be, I think, like his chin. But the red color for his lips were one of the colors that I didn't have when I started. So I had put the outline of his face in and it was so cute. I didn't want to put the red lips in. I think he's cute just like that. Because then this looks like a little mouth and he's adorable. So, and I'm pretty sure that's a moth, which makes me unhappy. I don't like moths, but it's done. And that's gonna be a flower, but it's all fill-in. So I think I'm gonna save that for the trip. And then there's a bird right there. So, I mean, I only technically have 1 day left to work on this for my focus, but I think I'm gonna continue it for the rest of the month. I'm so excited about it. It's good retreat stitching too, because it's just a lot of, if you can get the outlines done, you can just do a lot of fill-in. So, and it's going to take up, I mean, it's big. This is cut, so it'll have a 3-inch margin or something like that, 2.5 maybe. So it's gonna take up this whole piece, full coverage. It's so good though. It's so good. I'm so excited about it. Put it away, nice and neat. Okay, bird update. And after bird update, we have so much shop update. I have like some logistical stuff we need to go over. It is so springy. It's funny, when we were down in Tennessee, was that 2 weeks ago now? It was ahead of us. So like there were daffodils popping and the trees were getting all like green fuzzed and it felt like spring down there. And then we drove back here and it was not like that yet. And now it is. So we were like 2 weeks behind. the daffodils and the hyacinths and the crocuses have popped in my front. Well, they haven't popped. They're blooming in my yard, and the tulips are. I mean, they're not anywhere close to blooming, but their little green leaves are popping through, and the birds are so Twitter-pated, like so. They are chasing each other all over the yard. I have a mockingbird this year. He like staked out a claim in February at my feeder, and he's very territorial about it. It could be a she. I don't know how to tell the difference. I don't know if mockingbirds are those birds that that look different, you know, like cardinals. I used to think that mockingbirds did look different from each other, the males and the females. And then I discovered what I thought was a female mockingbird was really a catbird. They're very similar in temperament. But catbirds are like all gray. They don't have that white stripe on their wings. I love birds. Grackles are back. They're at my feeder. The flickers have been at my feeder. The goldfinches are going yellow. So a couple weeks ago, I don't know if I mentioned it, I could see that like they were starting to get little yellow patches. They're probably like 70% yellow at this point. Well, the male goldfinches, because goldfinches in the summer, you can tell the difference. And after we finish floss tubing together, I'm going off to the bird food store so I can stock up on my bird food and give them lots of goodies before we go on our trip. I am thinking that I'm going to put my hummingbird feeder out. They say like in my area, you should put it out May 1st, but I'm thinking I might put it out a couple weeks early this year because it's just, the weather has been so weird that I'm not sure that we won't see some stragglers come through early, and I don't want them not to have the foods. And what else? Oh, and my Oriole feeder. Last year was the first year I had Orioles, and I just kind of think I got them by chance. And so now I don't know like when I should put my Oriole feeder out, like when I should expect them in the area. I feel like we always hear them in the trees passing through when we open our pool in June, but maybe they've been there, maybe they have stayed always through the summer and I never had anything to feed them with. I don't know. Maybe I'll put the Oriole feeder out when I put the hummingbird feeder out. These are hard decisions to make. Okay, that's all I have for bird update. I will say though, I've spent a few, like when I get home from the shop, because it's later now, I can sit out on my back porch and they're just the songs. They are singing like crazy. Okay, that brings us to shop business. I have a raffle for the By the Bay trunk show that I have supposed to have drawn a name weeks ago. So they're all in here. I'm just gonna pick one and I didn't even bring the prize over here because I can't tell. Is that an annoying noise or not? Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna pick one. And then I have to actually put my eyeballs on because you know I can't read this. Janet Bigelow, yay Janet! So Janet, I will be reaching out to you. I'm gonna leave this out because you are actually local, so you might wanna pick it up or you might wanna ship. So I'll reach out to you, we can figure that out. Okay. What's going on at the shop this week? The Rosewood Manor Trunk Show is officially here. It is amazing. I just want to stand in front of it and look at it all day instead of doing any work. I am going to film a video. I'm going to post the video separately on the Facebook page for the shop. I'm going to try to tack it on to the end of this video, but you know how I am. So it might be a separate video on the Flosstube channel. But it will be on the Flosstube, on Stitching in the Land of Good Enough, whether I tack it on to the end of this or I make it a separate video. We'll see. Oh, shoot. All right, I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to sing you the hold song. we're going on hold and I will be back because I forgot something that I wanted to show you. And it has to do with taskets and tiskets and May baskets, and I'm almost back. I promise, don't go away. Here I am. Hi. I went pretty far away that time. I don't know if you could hear my whole song. Okay. Speaking of the Rosewood Manor Trunk Show, someone mentioned last week when I said that I was for sure going to be starting this because it's amazing. This is a Tisket a Tasket by Rosewood Manor. Can we... It's so good. This is, for me, my favorite thing from market this year. Hands down. And getting to look at the model. It's stunning. Wait till you see it in the video. It's so beautiful. So I'm gonna host a stitch along. I have made a Facebook group. I've made a Facebook group on Facebook called Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. So, and I'm kind of hoping that it can be a community for us because I feel like I'm always talking to you and sharing I feel like we're best friends, except that you know everything about me and I don't know anything about you. And I feel like a Facebook group can be more like a two-way conversation. It can be more than a two-way conversation because I get the best comments. I don't always get to reply, but the best comments from all of you. And you're so kind and wonderful. And I feel like you all could be kind and wonderful together with each other too, instead of just back and forth between you and me, if that makes sense. And I feel like a Facebook group is the perfect place for that. It's a group, right? Instead of like, right now I feel like it's like a pyramid in which I'm going out like this, but it doesn't funnel back, or like maybe, I'm not good with this stuff. You know what I'm saying. I've made a Facebook group, Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. I'll have it linked below. That's where we're gonna talk about the SAL. So it's gonna start May 1st. I had a request from someone who's a local stitcher, Diana, to ask me if I could break it up into chunks so that it's going to be a no rule stitch along. But if you do better, having it broken out for you, like which part to stitch when, I will do that, but I won't do it like on a chart because this isn't my chart to break out. I'll probably just take the picture and draw a line around the areas that I think you should work on. So I'll do that. And so May 1st will be the start because it's a Tisket a Tasket. And that made me think of May Day baskets. What is that? A Tisket a Tasket, a green and yellow basket? I wrote a letter to my friend. It's gone. Okay. What else do I want to say about this? I am currently sold out of the charts. I sold out of the ones that I came home from market with. I sold out of the ones for the trunk show before the trunk show even came. Karen Kubla is sending me more. So I will have more charts. If you get your chart somewhere else, totally fine. If you want to get on the list so that when my other charts come in, I can invoice you for them, let me know. Message the shop though. Don't leave that in the comments. Don't message my Stitching in the Land of Good Enough Gmail. I don't check it often enough. So if you have shop stuff you need to talk to me about, you need to email me at stitchnewengland@gmail.com. The other thing I want to say is it takes a lot. If you stitch it on the called for 28 count, I don't have the called for fabric. It takes a whole lot of Weeks Dye Works, and I have an order coming in from them. I already have some of those packs called for, but if you're interested in getting a floss pack, message me. They're probably not going to go up on the website because I have a feeling I'm going to be sold out of them before they even get here. So let me know. I'll put you on the list, and then I'll know if I need to order more. The floss pack for someone stitching on 28 count is $65. It's a commitment. Also, I am stitching mine on Fox and Rabbit flannel flower on 32 count instead of 28 because I didn't get it in 28. I don't know what I have left in stock for flannel flower, but it's going to be beautiful on flannel flower. So if you're interested in that, also, you can see what I've got on the website, but if you don't see it on the website, message me because I don't think I have all my Fox and Rabbit on the website yet. Okay, so May 1st, we're gonna use the hashtag Tisket Tasket Basket Sal. I love that. I don't know, it's very rhymey and it makes me happy. Okay, the other thing I wanna talk about is I'm gonna be starting Floss of the Month clubs. I'm gonna have the sign up in the description box below. Wow, getting a little bit of a headache. I'm gonna be offering a week's dye works and Classic Colorworks Floss of the Month clubs. I'm also gonna be offering MPI Silk and Classic Colorworks Bell Swa Silk. So there's way too much to talk about information-wise for that. I have all the information that you need to know about that in the Google form to sign up. So if you're interested in a Floss of the Month club. What else do we need to talk about? I think that was it. Where are we at for time? Good. I like to be between like the 20 and 40 minute mark for my Flosstube videos. I do want to say Floss of the Month clubs. I'm doing signups now, but the first invoices, I'm not going to keep credit cards on file because I don't want to be chasing anybody down for expired cards. I was telling someone yesterday, since I've opened the store in November, in the 1 year from November to November, I will have had 4 different business cards because when I first opened my business, I got one and then it got hacked. And so I had to get another one. And then I left my pocketbook behind at Market. So I had to get a third one. And now my bank is changing names and they're going to be issuing all new cards. And so I can only assume if that happens to me, it happens to other people. So I don't want to have to be chasing people down for card information. Yeah. I'm also, I think that was right. So signups are now, but the first invoices are not going to go out till mid-April. And then I'm going to be shipping. So the first pack month that will ship will be May. So invoices will always go out the middle of the month before I ship. So June, the invoices will go out mid-May. They'll ship the beginning of June. I hope that makes sense. Okay, that's all I have. I felt like I was on point this week. Not very rambly at all. I will see you all next week. I'm toying maybe with trying to film vlog style one week and see if I like that better because I talk to you all in my head all week long and then, I know that sounds nuts. And then when it's finally filming day, I don't remember any of the things that I wanted to say to you. So I'm thinking maybe if I film daily, I will remember the things. We'll see. I always have good thoughts in my head and then sometimes follow through doesn't happen very well. But I don't know. Next week, when you see next week's video, you'll know if I did it that way or not. Okay, I hope in the meantime, you all stay safe and healthy and happy and get a lot of stitching in. Bye everyone.